If you're anything like me, you'll pretty much suck at doing setups on any sort of racing game. I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to them, which is why I thought, why not try and see what AI can help me with. So in this video, I've asked 3 different AIs to give me a setup for the same track, the same car, in the same conditions, giving them exactly the same prompt and seeing how they come out with a setup, basically. The 3 AIs we're going to be looking at are Claude, ChatGPT.
Do you use ChatGPT? Do you love ChatGPT? I love ChatGPT. I love it.
Thank you for that. And Grok. So they're the 3 we're going to be looking at. Yeah, we're going to give them the same prompt, and I will show that before each segment, and we're going to see who does the best lap, what the cars feel like, and do I think it's actually a good setup at all. So yeah, let's get straight into the video and let's see. So this is the setup that ChatGPT produced for us. Good old Boris Johnson's Lord and Saviour. And yeah, it gives it to you in a nice little document. You can download it and then be and paste the settings into the game whenever you like. A couple of keynotes on this, and you can stop and look at the settings if you really want in detail. A couple of keynotes for the chat setup. The brake ducting is very open, so I doubt they're going to cool down as much. Brake force, pedal force is a little bit lower. Low TC, fairly even brake bias, and the tyre pressures. Tyre pressures are ridiculous on here. Super high, we're sort of looking at like 31 PSI, and that's coming out of the pits. So have a feeling this is probably going to be like driving on ice. See what the car feels like on this first out lap with 3 TC, 2, and then 3, and then 4 on the brake. Oh my god. It already feels... It feels so disconnected. Oh my god, this is going to be horrendous. Oh, it just feels like I've got no brakes. It feels completely alien. So normally, I have just done a couple of test sessions in the old... Oh my... Well, that's not filling me with confidence. Okay, where were we? Nothing happened. It does say lap 2, but we'll just pretend like that first sector didn't happen. I don't have much confidence in even surviving a full push lap in this setup. But we've got 5 laps to see what we can do. Oh my god. Okay, we haven't even started a lap yet. Jesus. Okay, here we go. First flying lap with the ChatGPT setup. I will be amazed if we even get a 159 or survive a lap. It's probably not going to age very well. Brake at the same point as we normally would with the default setup. Oh my god. Okay, gonna have to brake slightly earlier with this setup. There's no control under the brakes at all with how it's set it up. And on top of that, there is no control with the traction control. It is like driving on ice. Well, so far, we managed to keep it on the track. It's a valid lap as well, which is good. And this is where we spun on the warm-up lap. Let's try and keep it a bit tidier through here. And round the final corner. Can we keep it straight? Oh! Oh wow, that is not even a sub 2 minute. Okay, 2:04. A lot of time to be found. Over 6 or 7 seconds to be found. This is definitely not a setup for anything remotely decent. This is awful. I'm excited to see what the other setups have got going for us, but I think by looking at what we've sort of been given by some of the AIs, Claude is looking the best. Oh, a little bit wide. Should get away with that track limits though, I think. Oh, that car's just coming around. That's again. Maybe we just need to be a bit smoother on our inputs. Okay, there we go. There's less wheel spin out the final corner of that lap.
Lap 2:03.75.
Okay, 6/10 gain. Nothing crazy. Again, let's try and keep it facing the right way through T1. A little bit more gentle on the throttle there. That's much better. 7/10 up. We're just going to try braking a fraction earlier for this corner as well. Holding the brakes through. Oh. God. God. Oh my Christ, this is ridiculous. That second chicane is impossible to turn while trail braking. Again, the most hated corner of this track, I'd say, for a lot of people. Ease the throttle on. That's much better through there, that lap. And try and keep it in second here. Ooh! Ooh! Been able to save that one. Oh, bloody hell. It's weird because I'm trying to adjust my driving style to this, but I'm obviously just too heavy on trail braking and throttle inputs for this to be any good. Okay, it was not a good lap, but we were nearly 2 seconds up on that lap. That's a much better first sector there. 1.3 seconds up there. I'd say it's good, but we're still probably a second and a half off normal race pace through there. Now roll it in third. Just keep it nice and tight if we can. Third gear on exit. Oh, Christ alive. Try and not rotate it too much this lap. Ooh, Christ, bloody hell. Well, I think there might actually be a 2-minute lap in there. How much fuel have we got? Is this our last lap? This might be our last lap, actually. I think it is. So we're coming on to our final lap with the ChatGPT setup. Let's see. What are we on there? 2:03. It just wants to kill you. Oh! Okay, I think that is ChatGPT saying it's had enough. So we will put ChatGPT back in the bin. So what's that? A 2:03 lap, basically, for chat. So this is what our good friend Grok produced for us. It gives it to you in a nice little picture, which is really nice. Things to highlight from this setup: again, low TC, very neutral brake bias, which is good. The awful things with this setup are the ride height has been raised by about 4 centimeters front and rear, so that's going to feel like a boat. It doesn't show it on here, but the tire pressures are even higher than the ChatGPT one, so probably running like 31, 32 out the bits. If the last one felt like ice, this is going to feel even worse. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to be understeery or oversteery, but it's going to be awful in my opinion. Let's see if it feels as bad as it looks. So let's see, we've now got a benchmark of 2:03 to beat, so we'll be able to see the delta, which will be quite a nice thing. So I think the first sector might be a bit better in this, and really the last sector should be better with this setup. Okay, it's already feeling a little bit more connected. Okay. There could be hope. The brakes are feeling much more reliable. It actually feels like a car that can nearly drive. It's very understeery, especially with those tyre pressures being so high. Once it does start to understeer, there's not really much getting it back. So let's see here. Can we just do a dab of the brake and keep it in fifth? Oh my god, that is understeery. Oh, this setup is... I take it back. This is not fun to drive. It doesn't rotate under braking, and it understeers like hell when you're trying to get it to turn in. But also doesn't actually rotate under throttle very well. I don't even know if I'm going to beat 2:03. Like I say, the brakes feel nicer, but it is so understeery. Big power slide coming out of the last corner. Okay, here we go, onto the first flying lap for Grok. Let's see what we can get. But actually down quite a lot on the delta through there, which is interesting. I actually thought that we would be quicker through this first sector. Oh, just doesn't want to turn at all. Wow, actually 4 tenths down. Oh, come on, turn. This is definitely the worst setup so far. The other one, although it wanted to kill you, felt fast. I mean, it wasn't, but it felt fast. Like, it felt like the car was actually doing what it wanted to do in some weird, aggressive, try and kill you way. Oh my god, that's only a 204. Shit. Yeah, I think Grok might be taking the L here. Because that is over 5 tenths on the straight is mad. Like, for all of that extra wing we've got, we can't use it because the car just wants to oversteer on us and understeer on us everywhere. Almost feels like you're just out for a Sunday drive in this setup. Ooh. Alright, come on, clean exit. Got 2 more laps. This is not looking promising. It's a little bit better. Oh, there's just no brakes. I thought at the start of this session that there was actually going to be some brakes with this setup. Oh, Christ. I think I was a better last sector, but no, it wasn't. Okay, come on, Grok. This is your last attempt. Obviously, it's not my fault if it's a bad lap. I really thought these would be half-decent setups. I gave it all the right parameters, tyre pressures, everything, and this is what it came out with. This is questionable at best. Now I'm worried for the Claude setup. They're just getting worse and worse. Oh, just too late on the brakes. And out of the final corner for the last time with Grok. No improvement there. 204.6. Claude produced something a little bit different. It gives it to you in a bit of a different setup, but yeah, it's all fairly clean. It gives you it in all of the tabs that you need to for when you're actually uploading it to the game. With this setup, there's not really too much to talk about. It's a fairly front brake bias setup. The camber and everything seems really good. Ride height seems good, and tire pressures are perfect. So I have much more confidence in this setup, and I do think that this is going to be something that is close, if not better than default, and I have a feeling it's going to wipe all the others out of the water. No favouritism, but I want Claude to win. Let's see. Take it nice and steady, see if there's anything different about this compared to the other setups. So it's instantly feeling like there's actually force feedback through the wheel. Like, because the tyre pressures are so much lower, I can actually feel what the car is doing, which is insane. I'd say if you haven't driven on stupidly high tyre pressures before, it's worth going and doing, because it really goes to show how important keeping your tyres in the right window are. Oh, look at that. Not one bit of understeer through there. Oh, this is the setup. I think I'm going to call it now. First lap, I'm going to beat the 203. Oh, look at that. It's not scrubbing because the tyre pressures are too hot. But it did want to kill me still. I've got to remember that TC is so low and the ABS is very rearward. But I'm going to go out on a limb. First lap. I reckon a 2-minute flat. So here we go. First flying lap for Claude. What can we do? We're obviously going to be down the delta slightly because fastest lap was done with low fuel. I'm going to brake just at the 100. hard on the brakes down to second. Oh, that might be track limits. That is going to be track limits, unfortunately. But 3/10 up, so we know we can get 3/10 up with a clean lap. Keeping it in third, because we can in this setup. Oh, it actually does what you want it to do. This is brilliant. It does want to kill you, but it does what it wants. Oh, that is such a better first sector. That's not even the best we can do through there. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, definitely going to smash the 2 minute. I don't think it's going to be a good enough setup to get us into the 157s. But I do think it's going to be sub 2 minute easy. It's a very nice sector 1, though. Just so much more control with the tyre pressures being in the right window. And look at that, the temps have creeped up and they're in that optimum window of 80 to 90. Let it rotate through and back on the power. Definitely got more time in that corner. Big snap of oversteer on the exit there. A little bit deep on the exit there as well. But coming across the line on the first valid lap with this setup, and Claude has put in a 1 minute 58.5. That's respectable, actually. Would I use that for a race? Probably not, because it's too... I think it wants to kill me a little bit too much. But it does feel very nice through this little section here. I've done a 157, I think nearly a 157 flat with the default setup, so there's definitely a little bit of improvement to be had. Definitely a 57 in there somewhere. Yeah, 100%. There's 2 or 3 tenths in the first sector, and about 4 or 5 in that second and third sector. Squirming. Try and keep it. I was going to say try and keep it in second there, but it was not rotating enough for us. Okay, that's another 2 tenths found there. Come on, can we break into the 157s? The last lap. Yeah, felt good through there. Felt very good. We're going to lift and coast a little bit through here. Let's try and get a bit of rotation in second gear. Oh, we're teetering on that 157. I just don't think we're going to get it. It's a good effort, but we're not quite there. 158.2. So I think the best we managed was a 158 flat, which is pretty respectable, I think, for Claude. So can AI get you a good setup? I'd say so. To be honest, overall, I think that went a lot better than expected. I wasn't really expecting them to be any sort of decent, but the Claude setup actually turned out to be pretty good and tempted to try it out in a race, if I'm honest. The other 2 setups I think could have been good. I think the tyre pressures were just slightly off, and I think that was what sort of ruined the setups. Yeah, I do think with a couple of small tweaks and going back and forth with an AI, you could really, really get a nice setup. If you did like it, drop a comment, drop a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.